Everybody? Oh, I did not. Hang on. I am a professional. It has everything together. 1 second. Connect to iPhone, connect to VTube Studio. Okay, there we go. Hi, everybody. We're doing great. What a great day. I've been very tired. But hi, everyone. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and log us in. And then we can get this show on the road. I hope I'm actually high enough rank for Bozja to enter Zadnor, because it occurred to me last time I did this, I was caught up on the content. Hi. We missed you yesterday. At this point, if I don't get at least one meme from you every 24 hours, I worry that you're in a ditch somewhere. Alright. So, let's head over. Oh, I'm sorry. Hopefully today was better. For anybody who didn't see, I did post an update on how Luca's doing. He's gained a whole pound! My boy is gaining weight. I'm so happy. Oh, it wasn't better? I'm sorry. Well, hopefully, like, this part of the day will be better for you. But yeah, Lucas gaining weight, and his red blood cell count jumped. Like, okay, when we first had to hospitalize him, I know I posted this in the Discord. Luca's red blood cell percentage was at like 13%, and it should be at 30. And then they gave him a blood transfusion, so when we picked him up from the hospital after his first chemo treatment, because, you know, he was hospitalized, they did the, they did a blood transfusion, they did his ultrasound the next day, biopsied his tumor, or, like, they did something to find out what kind of cancer it was. And then they wanted to keep him for a little bit longer to keep an eye on his status just because of the blood transfusion. And then the next day they gave him his first round of chemo. And at that point, his red blood cell percentage was, I think, at like 17 or 18. And then the last time, after his like second treatment, it was at like 20. And then based off of the paperwork, last week it was at 22. Today it was at 20. And it, like, our goal is to get it to at least 30. 30 is like the healthy range for a cat. So, yeah. I was expecting it to be, like, I was expecting it to kind of go up steadily by 2 percentage points each week. And so when I saw that 28, I was like, oh my god, my boy. So yeah, good news. He's feeling better and getting his strength back. Bad news. He's feeling better and getting his strength back. By which I mean, it's getting harder to grab him to put him in his carrier every week for his chemo treatments. He hid under the bed and I felt so bad today. He was fine and begging me for food. And then I think he saw me put my clothes on and realized, oh shit, she's putting the outside fur on. This is a problem. Lately, she's only been doing that when she takes me to the scary place. Oh, there you are. Anyway, I got him home, and, like, I made a point of before I let him out of his carrier, putting out his food bowl, because, like, I can't feed him after midnight on his chemo days. Hey, Lena. Long time to see. How have you been? Oh god, lost my train of thought. Oh, right. So he hadn't eaten since last night. And then, I put out his food, and he beelined it straight to his sister's food anyway. And I had done that to try and keep him to eating his own food instead of Saya's. Anyway, Man, if I had money and I could track down, like, actual posters, I'd be all over that Emmett Celt. There's still a few cards I might get just for the art at some point. Sorry, I have to get the show on the road. Anyway, Marsak has new intelligence on the Imperial's whereabouts. I mean, I don't think the question is where are the Imperials? Blade Daskar, we have at last determined the whereabouts of the 4th Legion's remaining installation here in Bozja. Our scouts reported sightings of their forces rallying at Zadnor to the north, which seems to indicate that Castrum Lacus Latore has been abandoned. We deployed our vanguard to advance on the enemy stronghold, but the way is barred by a fleet of warships. Now that Queen Gunhilder no longer poses a threat, Basaliend intends to deploy the troops previously held in reserve. We will be joining them in Zadnor shortly. Our first port of call is Camp Verdelnus. When you are ready, Sierros will escort you there. Final Fantasy 14 and you're silly. What's this quest over here for? Oh, it's the holster thing. I don't really care about that right now. Yeah! Oh, hang on. Then let me hop into voice chat so that... Oh, you're already in there. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Are you excited to experience story side by side with me? Me re-experiencing it, you being the fresh little baby?
But yeah, I've never done this before.
Yay. I keep getting distracted because, oh right, I should probably make a party with you, huh? That'd probably be a good idea.
Before you go in without me, yes please.
I mean, we both could have gone in like, who knows how many instances there actually are these days. But let me also post something in Link Shells. Oops, that's not the link shell I wanted to type that in. Also, Elena, do you want to join in on Zadnor? It's super duper fun! Some of the content in this game where people are like, oh my god, this content's so boring. I think people are doing it wrong because I think the intention of it is to do it with your friends.
Yeah, for something like this, it's definitely better to do it in a group. It's not something you want to slog through alone.
Like, I don't entirely mind soloing Occult Crescent. But it's... I imagine it'd be more fun with friends. I even liked original Diadem when I did it with my FC mates. I thought it was super fun. All right, we've got a critter. But yeah. Anyway, I am excited. Zed, do you want to join in for Zadnor? Or are you busy doing other things right now? Anyway, I'm excited for the next week. Or 2 weeks, I guess. Week and a half. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, because I think I've said a couple times. I did the calculations and should be done with Shadowbringers on next Thursday. And then Endwalkathon starts. And then Endwalkathon starts. Haha, make me regret it, cowards. I've been expecting you, Blade Daskar. If your preparations are complete, let us depart for Camp Verdelnus. Zadnor now accessible. You now have access to Zadnor. Like the Bozjan Southern Front, Zadnor can be explored in parties of up to 8 players or solo. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, what am I doing? That's not the button I wanted to hit. Yes, there we go. Let's go! Also, my mom made fries and steak for dinner tonight, so if I seem slightly distracted...
Oh, I did another rank.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, you probably didn't rank up after we did,
Nope.
Yeah.
I most certainly did not.
I hopped in to, Bozja after I ended the stream last time and ranked up. But anyway, fries dipped in Kewpie mayo. Real good.
Nope. Yay. I ranked that.
Okay, kids, remember, first thing you gotta do, regardless of if the story reminds you or not. Attune. Thank you for coming. I understand this is your first time in Zadnor, yes? Even before this 4th Legion relocated from Castrum Laculasatore, it was hardly the most hospitable of places. To see it now, one can scarcely believe it was once a rich and fertile land. Sadly, it was not spared the ravages of the 4th Umbral Calamity. Oh, so you're not even talking about in your lifetime. Got it. In the winter, this plateau became rich in earth-aspected crystals. Miners were keen to seize the opportunity, and they quickly exhausted the supply of this valuable resource. As the settlers had no other reason to continue living in such harsh environs, the region eventually became uninhabited. Until the Imperials decided to establish an outpost here, that is. Just when we thought ourselves prepared for the next assault, they usher in a fleet of ships from Dalmasca led by the Dalriada. It has yet to move since dropping anchor. There's no denying the strategical advantage of their present location, but we are not yet convinced it is fit to serve as a new base of operations. Regardless, rather than speculate over the Imperial schemes, we must take decisive action. Now is the time to deliver the final blow to the 4th Legion. If we are to succeed, we will first need to deal with the warships, stemming our attempts to advance. Well, it's a good thing you have us to help with that. Hey, it's all our friends. See those floating rock formations? One might think them a result of the 4th Umbral Calamity, but they were actually caused by the Bozja incident. When Dalamud struck the Citadel, vast quantities of energy permeated the site, likely carried to every corner of Bozja via ether currents. Certain regions were affected more severely than others, and, well, the results are self-explanatory. Thankfully, we've managed to tap into that energy to erect a barrier to protect them from aerial strikes. So, much like Seryu's wall. Oh no, guys! Ships are coming! We're in trouble! We're in trouble! Never mind, we're good. As you can see, the barrier only extends to the boundaries of this encampment, but it should keep us safe for the time being. Words can ill express my gratitude to Sid for all he has done for us. I can't take all the credit. This wouldn't have been possible without the equipment supplied to us by the Dalmascan resistance. What's more, the idea to use the land's residual energy came from Lilia, one of my newest engineers. So you see, it was a collaborative effort. But as you said, the barrier can only cover so much ground. If the Oh my god. Okay, the problem with reading words in a fantasy story that you pronounced in your head, and then as you're reading them out loud, you realize, oops, I've been pronouncing it in my head wrong this entire time. Dalriada, there we go. If the Dalriada decides to do more than loom ominously in the distance, our troops on the front line won't stand a chance. Oh, hang on. We got a bot. And I think the reason I'm seeing them and Zeb isn't is because it's the filter is catching them, but then like OBS's doc is asking, oh, do you still want to let this through? And I'm just like, no. Deny. Okay. If the Dalriada decides to do more than just loom ominously in the distance, our troops on the front line won't stand a chance. If only it were a matter of combating their fleet with one of our own. As things stand, the Eastern Alliance is in no position to lend us any of their ships, and the Bozjans have next to none in the first place. We may not have a fleet, but we do have an abundance of residual ether at our disposal. If only there was someone who could help us. Perhaps a world-class engineer. Excuse me, world-class engineer and master of innovation or some such. You okay,
You okay?
She coughs in the thing. I'm just very good at fake coughing.
Oh.
Anyway. And pray tell, where might we find one of those? Sid, she wasn't being subtle. Yes, point taken. After all, I can't have newcomers like you stealing my thunder. I'll see if I can turn that idea of yours into a workable solution. We would be lost without the aid of Garland Ironworks and the Eastern Alliance. Their goodwill must be repaid with not less than victory. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. I'm starting to think I might know the real reason why Sid was so absent in Endwalker now. In Shadowbringers, he was involved in MSQ, he was involved in the trials, and he was involved in this. The guy was probably sleeping.
I don't think he knows the word.
Honestly, I think it's kind of criminal how underused he was in Endwalker, but...
I think he was probably recovering from the massive caffeine crash after the Undershadow burners.
Maybe, yeah. By the sounds of it, the Ironworks solution to protecting the Resistance outposts is not without its difficulties. That said, I have every confidence they will find a solution. Now that you're here, we've a favor to ask of you. I volunteered to do it myself, but a certain someone insisted. Your enthusiasm is appreciated, but I'd rather go myself than put any of my workers in harm's way. Besides, this is no job for an engineer. Long story short, the Resistance means to advance on the enemy's position, and to do that, they'll need protection. We aim to erect additional barriers at each outpost they establish along the route to the 4th Legion's base of operations. The trouble is, the residual ether alone may not be enough, so we plan to divert the currents further afield. Although the theory is sound enough, we haven't had a chance to put it into practice. This is where we were hoping you might be able to help. We need you to take this prototype device and activate it at a specific location. Another life in the... or a day in the life of Eorzea as errand girl? Oh, that's so tempting. Yeah. Yeah. Another day in the life of Eorzea's errand girl. I know you're only joking, but please don't say such things. I couldn't bear the thought of someone thinking you actually meant that. Yeah, I'm joking. Haha. While the technology involved differs somewhat, in terms of what you actually have to do, it is more or less the same as the task you performed on the southern front. Think of it as redirecting the streams of ether with a dam. And to that purpose, allow me to introduce you to our newly patented Defluxion Ether Manipulator, or DAM for short. How hard did you have to work to make that work? That very much comes across like you had the acronym first and then worked backwards. Yes, well, questionable naming aside, I can vouch for its workmanship. All that remains is to put it through its paces. Though I am loath to ask you to bear this burden, our greatest chance of success lies with you. Of course, everybody's greatest chance of success lies with me. Such is the fate of Eorzea's errand girl. While you make your preparations, we shall attempt to locate a suitable current. As for me, I'd best get back to the workshop. I'll see if there's aught that can be done about the Delriata. Huh? If you have finished your discussion, might I suggest also speaking with our Secretariat? He has a wealth of information concerning Zadnor, which I am sure will serve you well. Oh, right, we have to do the whole tour thing all over again, huh? I just realized your face is right over Chizu's face right now. Hang on. As funny as it is, because it does kind of line up to make it look like you're part of his body. There we go.
Oh no.
There, now you can be friends with him.
You mean I wasn't before?
I mean, you know what I mean. The barrier protecting this outpost should hold no problem, but I worry there won't be sufficient stores of energy at the next outpost, even if there is an ether current running under it. Past surveys of the area have shown the currents can sometimes be severed in a way that prevents a proper flow of energy. But don't you worry, I'm already hard at work on a solution. Speaking of which, I should be getting back to work. Unless, of course, there's something else you blah 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 you want to give me it. Lore, got it. Once you set foot beyond the Ironworks barrier, you will face not only Imperial troops, but aerial assaults. Until we find a way to contend with their airships or warships, I beg of you, be careful. Careful is my middle name. Alright, we gotta get me to rank 16.
Got a little ways to go.
Yep. But I am almost 14, so...
I forgot how slow you are without the map.
Yep.
Gross.
What am I doing? We should probably try to make it to that fate. I'm stupid. Oh, right. I keep forgetting that we can mount while running now.
Oh shit, we can?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do people not read patch notes?
No.
But yes.
Mostly because I forget.
Uh-oh.
I mean, look, I usually use a resident news correspondent.
Yeah, but
give me
she's just gonna post the patch notes in the Discord. You still have to read them.
She usually pokes me if she sees anything super interesting.
Oh, the fate disappeared.
Like that thing is poking you.
Well, might as well kill while we wait for something to spawn. Oh boy, we have another friend. But yeah, observe.
Amazing.
And there's a fate
Surprised
up.
it took them so long.
I think they added it to make it easier for people to rush from fate to fate and occult crescent.
Hmm.
Considering the cast time involved, I wonder if there wasn't like some technical stuff they had to work around too.
Maybe.
Oh, that's right!
Oh,
I
that's
forgot
always-
NPCs from, like, I remembered some MSQ-related NPCs showed up. I forgot, Obro and, what's-her-face from the Ninja Quests are here.
Ow.
Tsubame, that's her name. No! Leave me alone! Ooh, I wonder if their own weapons don't hurt them. God damn it. That'd be a fun, like, mechanical thing to play with.
Here, have a protect.
Thank you.
Set. Have a protect. There we go.
Now, let me pick this up. Thank you.
Run away. I don't like any of these. I don't like this. This place sucks.
But aren't you having fun with your friend?
I thought you said I didn't have friends.
What? We said that!
You said I could be friends with Chizu, implying that I wasn't, thus I don't have friends.
That does not imply... Make that look, now you can yell nice and cuddly and hang out, like, leaning against his flank instead of replacing his face.
I think 20 is plenty.
Probably. I mean, I
Well,
have
I'm gonna
12
stop there.
turned in. But I also have to talk to the guy again. Where is he?
Got 30 seconds. Just keep going that way.
Yeah. Got it.
You brought some friends with you.
I think I just got it. Yeah, I got a drop. There we go. 19 is probably also plenty. Nice. Oh, I got field notes for Oboro. That's
Hey.
cool. An NPC
Hey,
that
I'm-
hasn't been met in my streams at all, but I know very well.
I can get to level 16 now.
Nice. I can get to 14. I don't know if there's any reason to go back and do it right away versus just, like, accumulating.
No idea.
I am at least gonna poke here so that I can get more map. There we go. I do appreciate, given the story, that there is just, like, occasionally random stuff firing at the ground. I think I'm gonna return and...
Nope, fate.
Oh, never mind.
See, it was waiting for you to decide to leave.
Also, they should totally, like, slightly update this so that we have a return specific to, like, Bozja and Zadnor the way we do with Occult Crescent. Because that doesn't have a cooldown.
Yeah.
Oh, have you actually, like, gone in there? Because last time I talked to you, you hadn't
I have not.
messed with it.
I was just saying that, yes, a faster return would be nice.
Oh, yeah, that's what Occult Crescent has. It's a,
Gee, Cold Crescent, why did Squeenix love you so much?
because they learned from the mistakes that they made here. Other than the fact that for some reason you can't teleport to CEs the way you can in Bozja.
Oh.
I really hope they change that because I don't like being put in a position where I have to choose between doing a fate on one side of the map or going to a CE. When if we could teleport, I could do both. Without worrying about missing anything. But we'll see what they do next patch, I guess. Hooray.
Alright, let's go back.
Yeah, we're close enough. Might as well.
Might as well save, what is it, 15 minutes?
Yep. Might as well save it for when we're all the way on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
But haven't unlocked the next Ethernet yet.
Ow.
You have a friend. See?
I do.
Tried to say you don't have friends. You clearly do. Oh, he abandoned you. Never mind. you spurned his friendship, and so he
I
left
apparently
you.
don't have very good friends.
Take the proof of my medal.
I can unlock the next quest.
I can't. Ooh, fate.
I'll wait. I'll wait until you do them as well.
Okay.
Let's go. It's gonna take some time to get over the muscle memory of stopping and waiting while the cast time goes off.
Yeah, no,
It's gonna take a little.
I keep running into that when I'm in Occult Crescent too. Now, if they could just make it so that we didn't have to dismount to use Ethernets.
Well. Don't go too crazy.
Look, a girl can dream.
There's an airship hanging ominously in the sky.
I super appreciate the fact that they, like,
Okay.
just have stuff randomly firing at you from the sky sometimes.
It's neat. Also, they can go away at any time.
I mean, it's a war zone, so they did a good job of, like, depicting that. Yeah, we Bozja. Do you want to see if you can't get into our instance score?
Ooh, look at cluster.
And I can rank up again.
Nice.
Yeah, fortunately it's not too bad. But I think I'm gonna wait to go back until at least after another fate to see if I can't get 2 ranks out of it and continue with story. Or actually, if I rank up now, I am gonna do it, because if I rank up now, I can decipher or whatever it is some of the.
I'm just gonna fight regular enemies.
Okay. I basically have some stuff that requires me to be at least rank 15 to decipher. So, yeah, Blade Bazkar, you're so awesome and pretty and good at what you do, and we love you so much.
Oh, that's fate. Kill these guys and head over there.
Praise.
I'm just pre-stocking my manas.
I'll appraise the rest of these later. I'm gonna go to that fate.
I'm running away now.
But yeah, let me see if I can remember. Here we go, resistance recruitment. No, that's not what it is. How do you... see who all is in an instance? I don't remember how to access the list.
Isn't it just friends list and then adventurer list to the side of it?
Oh, you're right. Hang on. I have friends. I have so many friends. Would kind of prefer if we could give them the boot. hey,
Oh.
these guys are also from the Ninja Quests.
Hmm?
Because if I remember right, isn't this that princess that you save in them?
No idea. My ninja is not high enough level for me to be able to tell you that.
Fair. Uh-oh. I dodged bad. I see core. There we go.
Hey.
There we go. One more fate, and I think I should be able to rank up.
I think I've got like 1.5.
Here we go. Oh, it's actually a pretty healthy amount of people. I mean, it's 16, but, you know, for old content, when newer content is out, that's not so bad.
Hmm? Wait.
For sure. Also, Court, are you going to join us in voice chat tonight? If you're doing the content with us, you're more than welcome to be in voice chat with us. Oh, there's no real dodge in that, huh? I can try. Oh, wait a minute, it's an
We don't
interrupt.
have anybody.
Yeah, we do. I'm just
Yeah,
stupid.
no. Okay. Ow, I'm frozen.
Ow.
Goodbye.
This is fine.
Oh, that sucked. Ow.
Ow.
Yep.
Ow. Oh, goodness. Core,
Stop
help!
the AoEs.
Core, you have a rise, help!
Oh god, goodbye. Lost cure, please, heal me, heal me. I got it off. Woo. Did that race not hit you? Okay, no, there you took it. Okay.
Since Core joined the voice chat, he was pushing you off the screen. Or at least your Fugi off the screen, so I had to fix.
Okay.
Because I'm a good person who cares for her friends.
Res mage success.
Okay, kill this thing and then I can rank up and then continue story. Also, Core, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
No.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
There's also another fate.
Okay, fate first. Until I hit level cap, leveling is gonna take priority.
This will get me to 17.
There's my farm map. There's my farm map.
Oh,
Are
is
you
it this one
guys-
again? It's this one again.
Are you guys ready for Diamond Weapon on Tuesday?
Yeah, good fight.
And the Near raid on Sunday?
Yes, very much. I'm ready to res you 17 times.
Only 17? Wow.
At least. You are gonna black mage.
Uh-huh. And I haven't touched it since the last time we did this, so any changes that were done to it this patch, I have not experienced yet.
I mean, every time I patch Black Mage nowadays, it's just to make it more accessible.
I mean, that's fine. It's still gonna require me to, like, kind of relearn a job mid-raid.
Oh, sure, but like, now it's like, alright, relearn the job, but Enochian does not have a timer. So, like, there's just not pressure to phase change.
On one hand, cool, it can't make me look bad with how often I drop a Nokian on stream. On the other hand, I did kind of like the challenge of having to keep it up. Then again, I've been maining Bard since Heaven's Word, and I still let my dots drop, so...
Yeah, at the end of the day, there's almost no challenge, change to how you should be playing Black Mage.
Okay.
It just, like, doesn't completely demolish your DPS if you mess it up. So, you know, that's nice. Where's the turn-in? There's the turn-in.
You know, it'd be nice.
Not having bombs drop on top of the components.
Well, no, if the bombs dropping would damage the enemies.
I would absolutely be a fan of more, like, all-target AoEs. I can't really think of too many in the game, actually.
Halatali Hard has a thing where, like, environmental stuff affects enemies as well as you. Also Emdapur Hard. Emdapur Keep Hard, I mean.
What was the Amdapur mechanic?
Okay, so you know how there are those vines, or maybe it's Emdapur Normal. It might be Emdapur Normal. There are those vines in that one hallway that slap down.
Oh, yes.
And you can have enemies get hit by them, and it gives them the same debuff it'd give you. Holly
There
hard
should
with
be
those
more.
little. No, I absolutely agree. I think this would have been a really cool place to have done something like that too.
Yeah.
I think it'd be especially on theme for like this is not targeted bombing. This is just
Carpet bombing, yeah.
Indiscriminate, chaotic warfare.
Oh right, I'm supposed to go back
The
to.
entire thing, like no victory other than Pyrrhic victories.
Yeah. Uh-oh, my headset just died. 1 second.
Oh.
Where is... Oh, there it is. Here we go. Okay, hang on. We're good. Okay, I can hear you guys again. I was dumb and did not charge my headset last night. Anyway, my return should be off cooldown in like 40 seconds, so I'm just gonna wait for that instead of trying to hoof it. Or, what would the chocobo equivalent of hoofing it be? Clawing?
Yeah.
I
have no idea. Come on, 15 seconds. You know, you probably could have just run back by now.
No. There. Return must be used on cooldown.
It's optimal.
Exactly, you get it. Where are you? Here we are. Give me my next rank. Let me do my quest. There we go. Let me also just really quickly get all of these out of my inventory. I've been waiting. Excellent. Thank you for my inventory space back, game. Oh. And I use this one too, yeah. Cool. Alright. Hi, Mikoto. Certain decisions made during the course of this quest will affect the story and subsequent quests. These decisions cannot be changed once this quest is completed. Please note, however, that these decisions will not affect rewards received upon quest completion. Ooh, no pressure. Sorry to have kept you waiting, Shizune. We have finally found a suitable location for the Ironworks device. And you'll be pleased to hear the dams are ready to go. Some of our finest work yet, if I do say so myself. Uh-huh. Very nice. Head pats all around. Once in place, Basalian has asked me to redirect the ether currents to the newly secured outposts. I will mark on your map the location where the device must be set. When you have finished, contact us via this link pearl, and we shall handle the rest. I shall pray for your safe return. Just in time for us to do some fates while we do while there's ads happening. And also, let me get at least a little bit of food, because I've had this steak just, like, sitting in front of me the entire time untouched.
Yes, please eat.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can get you a couple fragments.
Okay. But also there's this fate happening, so...
Oh yeah, no, I'll be doing that solo. You enjoy your fate. So because it happened during an ad, nobody saw me try to run in completely the opposite direction of the fate. It didn't happen. I sure didn't see it happen.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Exactly. Anything that happens during ads is not canon to the lore.
Well, that's incorrect.
Except for the people who are subbed.
They get access to the AU. What I say still stands.
You've got a story to do.
Yes, I do. And there's like 8 seconds left to the ad, so I might as well head over to it. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. All right, let's continue with the story. Also, if you don't want ads and you want to see what non-canonical things are happening during the ad breaks, be sure to subscribe. Get me to 100 subs by the end of the month, and we'll do a Synth Riders stream. Cutscene. In the meantime, there's just this constant sound of you filling my inventory with something. The dam is ready, Shizune. Readying transmission protocols now. All systems appear to be normal. Can you confirm the dam has burrowed into the ground? Yep,
I'm not sure I'd call that burrowing.
Then everything is as it should be. You're free to return to camp.
Fate.
There is a fate. Is this a two-parter?
This was the second part.
Okay. Yeah, I will start flying it back to the base to continue the quest.
How dare you?
What do you mean? I'm an innocent little bean. I didn't do anything wrong. Does this look like the face? Like, look at my VTuber model. Does this look like the face of somebody who could ever do wrong?
Yes. You're a gremlin.
Oh. There, I hydrated. Happy.
Maybe you still have 2 other things to do.
I'm stretching right now! And that fixes my posture, kinda.
I do not apologize.
Mm-hmm. You better be hydrating and stretching and checking your posture, too.
You know it.
The defluxian Aethan manipulator is ready to go. It not only scans the area for flows of ambient ether, but reroutes them in whatever direction we need. If there's nothing else you wanted to talk about, I should give it one last check before it's sent out to the field. Wait, okay. Well, a little too late for that, Lilia. Welcome back. The dams appear to be working as planned, though it will take some time for the diversion of the ether current to be complete. We will continue to monitor the situation from here. Should the dams be in need of fine-tuning, however, we may have to call on you again. Sensors indicate faint traces of ether drifting toward the designated location, and the energy signature is growing stronger. Before long, we'll have made a brand new current leading straight to the outposts. Neat! Are you okay? Mikoto? You good? Mikoto, no! Mikoto, yes?
Maybe she just really wanted to go skydiving.
Yeah! Let's go with that. Oh cool. So I also got that vision this time. Mikoto, it's another vision, isn't it? And you saw it too, didn't you? What is it? What did you see? It's nothing, Lilia. Really. Just a dizzy spell is all. I'll be fine after a short rest. Yes, a dizzy spell that only the two people with the echo got. Uh-huh. Mikoto, there's no need to put on a brave face. You said before these visions of yours can't be changed, but that doesn't mean we can't help. That's very kind of you, Lilia, but I promise you I'm fine. For now, let's all concentrate on the task at hand. All right, but if you ever need to talk, I'll be right here. Speaking of talking, hey Mikoto, can I have a word? Mikoto. Mikoto. What the fuck? No, what the fuck? I understand your concern, truly. But even if we were to tell the others, there's nothing they can do to change what I saw. What we saw. No battle is won without sacrifice, and I have made peace with what is to come. I imagine Mubrita was very much the same in her last moments. She never turned her eyes from the truth and the inevitable, no matter how harsh it may be. It is a quality you both share, and one I strive to emulate. Maybe don't strive to emulate that particular quality. Maybe fight. Come now, Shizune, let's not assume the worst. After all, we know not of what happens before or after that brief glimpse into the future. I mean, I know. I'm not gonna say, because spoilers, and we have a first-timer here, but I know what happens. Thank you again for your help, Shizune. We should have no trouble locating more suitable currents now. I trust you're eager to return to the field, so I will not keep you. The lore stuff. Oh wait, hang on. Can we actually talk to her about... We should talk about your vision, yeah! There's nothing to talk about. I have seen what is to come, and that is that. I understand your concern, truly. But even if we were to tell the others, there is nothing that they can do to change what will happen. What if they don't let you on the ship? No battle is won without sacrifice, and I have made peace with what is to come. You're just saying the same shit. Okay. Thanks again for your help with the dam. Once the new outpost is secure, you can be certain we'll get to work right away on erecting a barrier. In the meantime, perhaps you'd be willing to share what you and Mikoto saw? On second thought, forget I said anything. Like she said, it's all fine. Let's get back to it, eh? Speaking of getting to work, I think Bessalion was asking after you. Probably wants to talk strategy for their next mission. You know, as cool as it is seeing members of the Eastern Alliance, I feel like this would hit harder if we had been to the regions they were from, or if, like, once we are able to go to the regions they're from and actually meet them and understand their culture. I want to go to Noxia and Dalmasca proper.
Be nice.
Ladar, thank you for coming. I wish to speak with you about Missia. Uh-huh. As you may recall, it was my intention to have her stand trial once the 4th Legion was routed, and Bozja's lands made secure. But there are those who demand we make an example of her, and the cries of her for her execution grow louder by the day. It is my belief that we must first establish a rule of law, where those convicted of crimes may be given due process. In the case of Imperial captives, an exchange of prisoners should be considered a viable alternative. I do not deny that the crimes she has committed are grave indeed. Yet the fact remains Monsieur was a soldier, working under the orders of Gabranth and the 4th Legion. I am hesitant to carry out so harsh a judgment when it is her superiors who should be held accountable. But such is the nature of war. Soldiers forced to perform terrible, terrible deeds at the behest of a select few. As commander, I know all too well the weight my orders carry. The day may come that I am made to answer for the acts committed in my name. Okay, but she had the option of being a double agent if she wanted to. She was not just, like, following orders. But today, it is Missia who stands accused. Gabranth has yet to be brought before us, and the people demand justice be served, one way or another. I'll not deny she has a troubled past, but if it were up to me, I would put her to death. Nope. I agree with you, Basalian. Blame lies with Meninus and Gabranth. It is not my place to give counsel on such grave matters, but I trust you will make the right decision. I'm gonna go with that one, because, like, ultimately, I'm a foreigner. And I don't think the blame entirely lies with just her superiors, because, she did choose to follow them when she had ways out. When the time comes, I will keep your words in mind. Thank you, Blade Dazkar. I'm not here to be a white savior for Eorzea telling you how to run your shit. Hey, Core, are you okay?
Yeah, doing critical engagement alone with a regular. So, you know, it is what it is.
Uh-huh. Why the furrowed brow? Was it something Basalian said? Sorry, I shouldn't pry. I'll get back to work. Oh, I can't even go get you. Oh, but that got me another rank.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay. Next quest is at what level?
18.
18. Okay. So I just need one more. Not too bad. Let me just go ahead and... Let's see here. I just want to check something. Where is... Is it you? No. Not you. You are lockboxes, so... merchant and vendor. Okay. Of course, I'm stupid. Alright. That is not the vendor.
Oh, fuck.
Who do I buy... like... maps and stuff from? Oh, nope, that's field notes. Hold on, am I stupid?
Are you?
Who do I buy?
The riding maps
Yeah.
are from the quartermaster. It's for Bozjan clusters.
Yeah, okay, where's the quartermaster? Do I have to be a high? Oh, here we go. Thank you. I thought. Oh, maybe I didn't talk to you. Okay. Now, the question is, how much do I need for writing map? I need 25. Okay.
I need 9 more for that.
I need, like, 14 more. We're on map, and then it'd be nice to get the other one too, but
So she's a yes. How I'm doing?
mm-hmm.
Why don't you go ahead and check my max HP real quick? That's how I'm doing.
What did you do?
I took off all my gear.
Why?
The way that you farm fragments is by taking off all your gear as a tank, using Spirit of the Irregular to triple your incoming damage, and then just use Lost Reflect. They only do magic damage, so they kill themselves. And the lower your defenses are, the more damage they do to themselves.
Amazing.
So, what did you do that you ended up dead?
Well, so that I went off to do a critical engagement without taking off Spirit of the Irregular because I didn't want to use another essence.
Fair.
Wouldn't you know it, triple damage means raid wides are dangerous to tanks too.
I mean, yeah.
Like, more dangerous than they are in normal circumstances to a DPS. It's a lot of fun.
Amazing.
Did
So
you at
proud.
least remember to put your gear on before you went to the critical engagement?
Oh yeah, of course. Otherwise I wouldn't do any damage. I didn't forget to take off Essence of the Regular. I decided not to.
Okay, so basically it was entirely your fault and you should have known better.
I mean, you could call it my fault, but I didn't lose any medal, and I gave people credit towards the hero achievement. So, you know, it sounds like I accomplished all my objectives. To me.
Okay. Hang on, I need to do something. I'm gonna lower the game's volume just a little bit. There we go. Now what happens if I try to travel all the way north right now? Or not north, west. Oh look, there's a fate.
Yes, that's what happens. Fate.
Perfect timing. Obviously, this is the game making up for the shit RNG I had in Crescent, or Occult Crescent last night. I need 3 more Demi-Atmas and I'm done with my relic.
Good luck on that thing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Do fates get different colored pieces of candy?
Disgusting.
Give the candy to Geralt to eat. Eventually.
As one does.
You-
Collect gutters in 6 fun fruit flavors.
it's fate grinding, but the drop rate is higher in Occult Crescent than if you do fates outside of it, from what I have heard.
Yep.
And they need to either adjust how frequently fates pop in certain areas because they're smaller and have fewer fates than other areas, or they need to increase the drop rate for the areas that have fewer fates or something. Although, funnily enough, the one that I originally thought was a lie because I just was not getting that color at all, I now have enough of.
RNG is a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's the word I'd use for it. Uh-huh.
I can't wait for the next one-time grind to be books.
Books as they are
Okay,
now, or books as they were in A Realm Reborn?
Books at launch, new content. They got time to nerf this shit later.
Cool. So look forward to you needing fates that only spawn like once a day. I'm sure people
Yep.
would love that. Honestly, I hate to say it, I think there are some people in the community who deserve that kind. Understand why those of us who have been playing the game longer laugh when people complain about some of the other relic grinds.
Yep. The kiddos do not know what they are complaining
They
about.
don't know how good they have it. Like, genuinely.
Oh no, tomestones.
Well,
Oh
like,
my god, this relic needs tomestones.
that's what I can understand, because it just made it way too easy. It wasn't even about the grind at that point. It was they made it too easy. But, like, I've seen people complain about the fate grind for Cult Crescent, and I'm just like, you don't even need to do it once per weapon. It's just once, and then the rest of it is tomestones. And you only need 3 of them.
I saw someone complain that they missed, like, you know, this is during Endwalker. They complained that, oh, they missed, like, back in
I forgot to
Bozja
turn them in.
when you
Oh,
you know,
no.
you just did, like, you did an alliance raid 10 times synced, and that was your relic step. And at the time they complained about that, doing an alliance raid 10 times
People
would
hated
get
that.
them the exact amount. But the thing is, when they were complaining about that during Endwalker, doing the alliance raid 10 times would get them exactly 1,500 tomestones, and that would get them a relic step.
Yeah, well, I
Like,
think...
the thing that they're complaining they would rather do is something that they had the option to do.
Yes, but, like, the reason why the Endwalker one was so bad is because people, when they're doing relic, they want to, at least to an extent, be working towards something and not just spending their leftover tomes on it. And so, like, they want to have to actually, like, do something on purpose to get the relic, whether it's something like this, or fate grinding, or dungeons, or whatever. Like, they want it to not just be, oh yeah, you've got some tomes, go up, like, go get your weapon.
I would frame it that people just lack the self-control to not optimize the grind.
I mean,
If
yes.
they see an optimizable grind, they will decide to do it in the least fun possible way. instead of
Yes,
decide, oh,
but
it's a
that
variety
wasn't
of
why
tests.
people were that's not why people were complaining about the relic grinding and Walker.
Sorta is.
No, it was because it was too easy.
Could have done
it
it any way
was-
they wanted.
It was genuinely because it was too easy. Like, yeah, you can say, oh yeah, you could artificially make it harder or whatever, but that's not really the point. The point is, like, they wanted the weapons to be something they had to work towards doing something specific, and so when it's just a fate grind here, a tome grind is
See, I
casual
believe
content.
that because people are complaining right now.
I mean,
People
yes,
are
because
complaining
people,
right now about it taking too long.
because people, well, they're probably not the same people, but I think Larry Czar did a really good video that talked about it and how, like, in the past, Relic Grind was mid-core content. And when it's just a tome grind, it's not mid-core anymore. It's casual content. And that's the issue. Like, people want to have, like, yeah, sure, people are going to complain no matter what. But, like, at the end of the day, Relic was always something you had to work towards, and, tome grind isn't working towards something. Plus, my issue with any time a Relic is just a tome grind is I would rather use those tomes to gear my off jobs that I'm not gearing up with the capped tomes, and I can't do that if I also have to spend those tomes on Relic. You know, people at least want to feel like they have the illusion of being challenged when it comes to getting Relic, which makes sense because it is basically, as far as weapons go, the alternative to, like, raid and tome weapons. I mean, let's also face it, MMO players, no matter how much they complain about stuff, they like suffering. So... I think, like, one more and I should be able to rank up again?
One more and I'll probably be able to get 2 ranks.
Oh, right, I was gonna explore. While we wait for things to pop. Now let's see here. Is it gonna be a barrier that's preventing me from going through the door that I very clearly should be able to go through? Will it let me through? Anyway, nope, I can see the barrier right there. Okay. Let's explore a cave. What could possibly go wrong? I know a fate just popped, but we're already here. Ooh! Have I been in here before? It's pretty.
I wonder what this arena is for.
The least boss arena looking cave I have ever seen.
It is the most boss arena cave.
Ain't nothing bad ever gonna happen in there.
Sure. What does pop in there?
Zero mechanics detected in this room.
Look, it's a giant cave that's empty and doesn't have any mobs in it whatsoever. It's just there. Nothing could go wrong in
Nothing
there.
of consequence.
Yeah, I think that one's the it's like a souped up version of the scorpion from the burn.
I'm not getting flashbacks from Pazuzu at all in there.
What? No. Godspeed to the team of 8 in Dalriada. had I think it was like a 5-man castrum. Actually, last Bozja string, I think it was. That was crazy. There was no margin for error on prisoners.
How few people do you need for Dalriada anyway?
Dalriada, like, I mean, this team of 8 should do it. I think Max Echo is at like 11 or something.
Okay.
I've been in a 4-man, so it's not even you know, it's probably theoretically possible under 6, but it's not going to happen. There's a mechanic that really, really, really wants there to be 4 people left behind in a room.
Mm-hmm.
Like standing on platforms and doing call-outs, and then rob like 1 or 2 people in each of the hallways. Yeah, when you need to do Dal for progress, that'll, like, you should try to schedule that like scheduling an alliance raid.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Or put out a party finder. You know, some people will be like, oh, let's hang around until we pop a Dow. It can be rough to just YOLO zone in and hope that it's realistic.
All right, more quests.
I should have done what you did and just teleported back.
Demeter is has glad tidings to share from the battlefield. And what you're saying is basically, Shizu, you're so smart. To which I say thank you. Late Daskar, it's good to see you. As always, news of your contributions to the resistance precedes you. We just received word that the barrier over our new outpost is complete. At last, our front line can finally move forward. An unattainable feat without your assistance, and that of the Ironworks. If you're ready, I've been asked to escort you to our newest encampment. I would also strongly advise you to attune to the aetherite here if you haven't yet to do so. Now, if you'll follow me, the camp is due west of here. Why would you wait until 3 quests in to remind people to attune? Like, if they haven't attuned by now, then they would have been having a very miserable time.
I mean, well, but you can't... Return brings you here whether you've attuned or not.
I
Attuning
guess.
to that aetherite doesn't do anything until you have a second shard.
No, you're right.
I think, right?
Yeah, no, I'm used to having to attune to, like, aetherites in the overworld. But, like, either way, like...
It is...
How do you get to level 80 and not attune the second you get someplace?
Shizu.
Yeah?
I know you've been in Duty Finder. How do you get to level 80 and a lot of things?
I mean, there's some stuff where it makes sense, because people in Duty Finder are very bad about...
Yes, people in Duty Finder are very bad.
No, okay, but...
True.
Yes, but here's the reason for it. You have people in Duty Finder who are very bad at taking advice, and I acknowledge that. But you're very bad at giving advice, if they give advice at all. To the point where, like, I know, because I've known people like this, there are people who would rather complain in a link shell or Discord about how bad the person they're running with than give advice to the person to try and let them know, hey, this is what you need to be doing. And so if you play 80 levels not being told that what you're doing is wrong, you're gonna think you're doing fine because nobody said anything to the contrary. Which is why, regardless of the level, I always just try to be like, hey, here's some advice. This is the advice. This is why I'm giving you the advice. Because I played this game long enough that, like, before assuming incompetence, I assume that people just have not said anything to this person yet.
Sure.
Oh, right. I can
If you're
fix.
at level 80 and you can't resolve a stack marker,
I mean, yes, but
that
like,
this is what I'm talking about. That
yeah, but I'm
obviously,
saying like
obviously not all, not even most, but it's
it depends on when you started playing and what point in the game you're talking about. Like stack markers, yes, because like honestly, I think if they were ever to rework something in the game, there should have been a boss like the second boss in oh, what's it called? Bardam's Metal, way earlier in the game that teaches you mechanics. Because the reality is, if you're not doing extra content and you're just focusing only on MSQ, there's certain mechanics that might be normal to people who do side content that you may not encounter until way later in the game.
I think the first stack
Although-
marker. I know there's a stack marker in Ultima Weapon now.
I mean, now, yes. The
I
original
know
version
there's
of
a stack
Ultima Weapon.
marker in Som I now.
Yes, but you're saying now because those mechanics weren't in the game back then. Or in the original versions of those fights. So somebody could get to Stormblood, or maybe even later, without encountering certain mechanics. That being said, if I remember right, I haven't done it because I keep forgetting, but doesn't the Hall of the Novice now have like some new stuff involving covering those mechanics?
Yeah, if you haven't done New Hall of the Novice, I think it's worth doing.
Yeah, I just keep forgetting.
It does a really good job. And it does have, I think, a new
There's a new
piece
ring.
of leveling gear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's nice.
I think there's a new ring that goes to like level 60 now.
Ooh, neat.
I do miss though the thing that I miss that has been impacted by them adding like more modern markers, especially stack markers, older content, is there much fewer opportunities, much fewer instances of someone at the end of Circus Tower just running away with the levitate.
And that used to not even have a stack marker on it.
Yeah, right. And so people thought it was a spread, and they'd run like to the edge of the map, and that was understandable.
Yeah, because everybody was getting injured.
But sometimes all three people would run to the edge of the map, and then like everyone's got to decide where to run to survive.
Oh no! Every time I ever did Circus Tower, I never saw that. What I usually saw was people would wait for the person or for like the platforms to happen, and then get on, instead of stacking with the person.
I saw once everyone ran with it because everyone would decide to be polite, and they were arranged like, oh, I'll take these to the edge of the universe, and then everyone's like, no. You're well-meaning. I understand why, but
anyway. But my point is, like, especially when it comes to job mechanics, like, if nobody tells a black mage that they're doing their job wrong until way later in the game, they're not going to know that actually shouldn't be spamming Fire 30. Some people see bigger number and think that's what they're supposed to spam, unless somebody takes the time to explain the mechanics of the job to them. Anyway, let me read this quest. You'll find all the essential facilities are in place, including an aetheryte for ease of travel. Yay! Thessalian intends to seize yet another outpost as we continue to push the front line forward. Of course, this will likely require more work securing ether currents, another protective barrier. Even so, with you here to aid us, I have faith the resistance will prevail in the end. Yeah. Next quest is what it say?
20.
20. Okay.
How far are we going with this tonight?
As far as we can. I was hoping we'd be able to get all of it done, but we will see how doable that is. If nothing else, though, we'll see how much time we have after the near raids on Saturday or on Sunday, and maybe see if we can't do more then.
Oh, you can actually appraise those artistries now.
Oh, yes. And then we should go for that fate.
Fun with all 57 of those.
Excuse me, 58.
58. Wow.
At least it only does the loading thing for the first one.
Yeah.
Welcome
I do
to
wish.
my speed clicking stream.
I do wish that there was a do them all. Yes, I'm sure.
Well,
Like,
I think the
give
thing
me
is,
a second combination game. Yeah.
I think the problem with that is because it's something that's RNG, it probably isn't determined until you actually like hit the thing. And so it has to do it one at a time to like actually have the roll happen. I'm not entirely sure how smart the game is in terms
you
of...
could make. I mean, spaghetti code's always a possibility, but you could make RNG calls faster than that. That it's possible.
Well, but I'm saying if you did like a whole stack, I don't know what the back end looks like in terms of it being able to do that, considering the fact that none of the that involves that kind of mechanic lets you do multiples at once, because you have to do materia trade-ins one at a time too. Same thing with lockboxes. I'm assuming this is one of those things where the problem, considering the fact that it used to like have a cast time for every single one of them, and they changed that later. I'm assuming if there had been a way for them to make it so you could turn all of them in at once, they would have done that a long time ago.
You would think, but it took them long enough to think of, maybe there should be a next button. God, how long did it take for a bulk desynth?
Yeah, but even bulk desynth is not all at once.
Right,
it's
but-
just you standing there.
But if you're saying you'd think if they could do it, they'd have done it right away. You'd think.
Yeah, but that's
But
different from what you're talking
historically-
about, where we could turn in a whole...
I understand
yeah.
that I'm pitching a different feature. I'm just not accepting they haven't done the feature as meaning they cannot do the feature. It always amuses me to see the War Machine model as a level 1. That Final Fantasy 1 goddamn nightmare.
I mean, all of Final Fantasy 1 was a goddamn nightmare, so, you know... Once again, I think Stranger of Paradise improved on the story.
You can't stop me! Kill him!
I'm getting E11 flashbacks. Remind me, is
See, why
Dalradi
can't
ever
I do
needed
that?
for the story? Or is it just an extra?
It is needed for the story.
Damn.
It's needed for relics. It's yeah.
I mean, I don't care about
So-
relics. I just want to do the story.
Yeah. It is. It is more needed for the story than Baldessian Arsenal.
Fuck. Okay.
Like, it is, Baldessian Arsenal, like, yes, it's more story. It kind of feels like an epilogue. Like, you're kind of done before, but, like, you know that there's more. Dalriada is, like, do it now. That's the next dungeon. But also, like, it won't really be that hard to get into Dal.
Mm-hmm.
Judging by how long they've been in there, and they've still got 26 minutes on the clock, they're probably clearing this group of 8. It's just a little hard to do on command.
Yeah. I mean,
during a stream slot.
Look, man, I could dream. Maybe those 8 people will still be here by the time we get to it. Maybe they want to do it again with 12 people. I mean, you said 11 was the ideal number, so...
Yeah, 11 is, I think, like, that's the most people that you can have for the maximum echo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, 5 is the quote-unquote ideal for Delibrim.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, you got a couple friends.
I know, and I appreciate you guys so much. Hey game, I know it's kind of the point of the content, but if these things could not have so much range, that would be fantastic. And look, I have another one now. At least this one's dying easily.
Buddies.
Now let me pick up shit.
Oh, getting some bonus clusters. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I could use some clusters. It's like
Probably. Yeah, we've got enough to clear.
It's funny, it occurred to me, like, yeah, it'd be convenient, but I think I might actually prioritize other stuff other than the writing maps. Because, like, I probably am not going to do this content on this character again after I finish the story.
And also, you know what? Uber.
True.
If we clean up here, it looks like Super Soldier Rising is in progress.
Wait, I need to turn stuff in. There we go. Okay, I'm in the clear.
How are you, though?
I mean, there is a thing that still has aggro. Oh, it's this thing.
You didn't lose your going shopping.
Hang on, let me...
Start.
Wait! What?
Fine.
What?
Oh,
This is bullying?
Whee.
Wouldn't it have been slightly faster to teleport and then use the Ethernet and then take the car from the base camp?
If your return is up, maybe.
It is. Anyway, at least this place is prettier than like OG Bozja is.
You are the first person who I've ever seen say that.
It has trees! Prettier than Bozja.
Because people's memories are bad.
I mean, okay,
and
I
they
think
convince themselves to dislike their entire time in the content.
I think the bigger issue is, we spent like for those of us who played it current, we spent 2 patches, doing Bozja, and if you didn't want to have to do a bunch of Palace of the Dead, Relic Grind required a lot of spamming Delibrum. And by comparison, we spent all of 1 patch here. Maybe you did Dalriada like once or twice, but I don't know how many people really spammed it for Relic versus just doing the other stuff that you could do for that same phase.
I forget what the alternative to Dal is.
What the what?
What the alternative to Dal is.
I would have to look it up. Is that the one? It might be the one where you like just have to do Circus Tower.
That sounds right, yeah.
And like, if your options are Dal or doing Crystal Tower raids, that you're probably gonna get anyway from doing your Alliance Roulette.
Actually, given that choice, I'm going to do Dal. It's more fun content. Crystal Tower is not fun content. Like it is what it is, but it's not.
You see, I think your misconception here is that people who do Relic Grind are like fun.
I mean, my misconception is based on the part where I do Relic Grind and I like fun, so.
I like the adrenaline rush that comes from, after all of that suffering, getting a pretty stat stick.
Yeah, I like the adrenaline rush when that, but also I'm not deciding to suffer. Rockwell painting, I like to have fun with the video game.
I imagine it's kind of like the addiction to suffering that Raiders have, except slightly more smooth brain.
Oh,
No,
wow,
my
that
face.
was... Wow. What,
I
there was
literally
no one
didn't.
there. There was no
What
one
if I-
there.
The NPCs are OP.
There were 3 enemies in that skirmish. Wow, okay. Oh, right. Well... Oh, there's a part 2.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it's nice guy.
also, Critter, is there any risk of like a power outage, or
Either way, stay safe. I know it was
God
raining
damn it.
earlier today. I don't know if we have a thunderstorm. Ow. Help. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, this is that one. Okay. Also, we do have an ad upcoming. Remember, guys, if you're not already subbed, you should totally sub. I just got new emotes. It gets you access to the snack bar, and if I'm at 100 subs at the end of April, oh my god, not April, at the end of June, we'll do a Synth Rider stream. It's my favorite VR rhythm game. It's super fun. It has Electro Swing in it, and it has Lindsay Sterling and League of Legends music. Ow. Like the K-pop music that was like associated, like that did those League of Legends music videos with.
Well, thank you.
See, sometimes I remember I have an interrupt.
I will admit to deciding to just run. Seemed easier. Appreciate I didn't have to.
The first time I saw it, I didn't notice the cast bar was an interruptible type. So I didn't, but like the last couple of times we did this, I did in fact remember to interrupt it.
I'm not sure that the blinking, like, interruptible cast bar is explained anywhere. I don't think that's in the new Holocaust.
I don't know if it is, but I've been playing since before it was a thing, and so
Yeah.
they explained it during the patch notes leading up to Stormblood? Was it Stormblood or Shadowbringers? That they, well, because the thing
I
is
thought
too,
it was Shadowbringers.
like, interruptible cast bars are just a new name for something that was already in the game beforehand. Because we used to have skills that, yeah, right, it would have been Shadowbringers, because I think Ranged Physical had like a they universally had a silence. Because that's what it used to be, was like, okay, this thing is using a magic spell, and so it can be, like, you can silence it to interrupt it.
Okay.
And there were some things that you could interrupt with stun, and you can still interrupt that stuff with stun, but I think they basically just changed silencing cast bars into interrupting them, and gave them an actual proper indicator. Moderate risk of a power outage.
I was wondering why
Critter.
you were so far behind. That explains a lot.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Did they like straight up get booted? I'm so sorry. I didn't even
don't know
notice.
if they ever actually got booted, but I checked the map. We're like, oh, is everyone caught up? No. Oh, okay. You're all the way back there.
Yesterday I was living in fear because it was like in the 90s, right? So I finally put in my AC units. Thing is, may or may not have more stuff plugged into this particular breaker than what's actually intended. Because A, it's a 100-year-old building. B, even outside of that, I basically have a mini kitchen in my living room consisting of a mini fridge and a microwave. And welcome back from ads, everybody. A soda stream, a toaster, and an electric kettle, plus my PC, and, you know, lights for seeing, and my cat's water fountain. So
I'm sorry, did you just say light for seeing?
Yeah,
Lights for seeing.
I mean, yes. What else would you have lights for? I'm just saying that, like,
No, I'm glad you clarified, because I would have been confused.
I'm just saying, like, obviously the breaker, like, there's lights that are drawing power from it.
And so last summer I finally did a thing that may not entirely be safe, involving some extension cords to put my the air conditioner in my bedroom on a different breaker. But I still have to be careful, because yesterday I had my computer going and the air conditioner going, and then I tried to microwave something, and then I had to run into the basement to you know, fix an oopsie. So like I was like, I really hope this doesn't cause problems in the middle of stream, because that has happened before. But I think I have finally, now that I don't have a mini fridge, a computer, all my other kitchen shit, and two air conditioners on the same breaker, and it's just one air conditioner, it's slightly better. I didn't even air condition my living space to be that cold. I know some people like it in the 60s. I just like it at a nice, comfy 75. But when it's
74 or a little
This
below is my comfort zone.
This is crazy. There's no one at this skirmish, and it was already down to 37, just on the NPC.
I mean, that's probably why they put the NPCs in here, to make it more doable if somebody's soloing in here. Just make sure to let me get a hit in.
Usually Zadnor's just scaled a lot higher than this.
Well, it's scaled based off of the number of people in here.
It's an 11-man Zadnor. Yep, it's an 11-man Zadnor. Man.
Everybody's in a cult crescent.
You're all here? Yep.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh, you know what I'm gonna
dialogue. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is bruised and battered.
This is good Fate dialogue, not the best. We've got Heavensward to thank for that. Oh, I should, I'm gonna hit some star mobs.
Whatever makes you happy.
When there's no competition for them. It's nice to know it's
there's a star mob Earth Eater over here, by the way.
Yeah.
Speaking of.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing my grabbing death.
There.
You remember the death scam, right?
Vaguely. It's been so long, and remember, I basically spent enough time in here to get the story done and get like one or two Dalriadas done, and then you know what? I'm gonna go for the higher level.
Yeah.
Fate. I do also need to rank up, but I'm not in a rush on that until it's more of a sure thing that I'll hit 20.
So the scam is that if you fail, like if your roll fails on Lost Death, but the enemy is asleep, it doesn't wake up.
Ah.
So any
healer or caster can abuse it.
Any magic DPS or healer can just go sleep, Lost Death, and then you have enough time to aggro them up.
Good to know.
If it doesn't work. Oh no!
You were saying?
Unless I auto attack. Auto attack with my book.
So proud.
Awesome.
One of my favorite things about doing field operations is getting separated from my friends in voice chat, and then just hearing them make panic noises.
Oh no.
Oh, hang on. I can heal. I can. Ow! Well, I tried. Thank you. I
I'm gonna go
appreciate
ahead and
you.
slap Lost Protect on myself and cast a Lost Cure. Here, have a protect.
Thank you.
It's only a level 1, but it's better than
It's
nothing.
better, yeah. Let's focus target one of these things and kill together. Okay, we're doing...
Which one?
Well, you're attacking Obda right now, so I will also attack.
I am surviving Opta right now.
What's the difference in this context?
I don't know.
But it's okay, we just have to play defensively, take out one at a time. We have 17 minutes.
Yep, and I just gotta cast Lost Cure every other instant cast. Hey, Critters here.
Yeah. You know what'd make this a lot easier?
What?
If Shia was here to Unga Bunga for us.
Unfortunately, he is on overnight for this week.
Boo!
Yeah, he did not choose that. They chose it for him. Yeah, trust me, he's upset about it too.
Alright, that's one down. Now Berta. Because I'm assuming the summons are going to be easier to take down than the actual Beastmaster.
Maybe.
Now, the question is, when we finally get Beastmaster in the game, is it gonna be Ilsa Bar, like, whatever this type of Beastmaster is, or is it gonna be related to, Corral?
I'd like it to be, like Mamuja.
Yeah,
Beastmaster. That'd be nice, but
I'm torn because on one hand, it would be nice, like it'd be interesting. On the other hand, it would also be nice to have some more content this expansion that was a little more Eorzean based or like related to the older zones. I'm sure we'll go back to older areas eventually. I'm just feeling a little homesick right now because of how Tyrol and especially Alexandria-based MSQ is right now.
that's kind of the problem that makes it difficult. Is that, I mean, you're right. It's so other place based, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's really not, outside of like Society Quest, there's really not a lot going on in Tyrol.
Well, Occult Crescent starts there.
Yeah, it starts there.
And like we'll have to see what kind of content we get after 7.3. I just miss having more content that was in like the pre-Dawn Trail areas because and I'm sure they'll go back to that eventually and incorporate everything at some point. I'm just feeling homesick.
Have we heard anything about where we haven't really heard anything about the Deep Dungeon at all, right? Other than it's happening next patch, I think. So yeah. So what, tomorrow night or early, however you want to frame it.
Yeah. No.
I would be very unsurprised if the Deep Dungeon were past expansion area.
Maybe. We'll see. Either that or it's going to be some other Cenote thing.
Yeah, it could be. I feel like we got that covered by maps, though. They could always double up, always, but
We'll have to see.
I don't know. I don't think I'm not. I'm not gonna say what, because I mean there's still people who aren't there yet. But
Yeah.
I don't think I need more fun adventures exploring in the things
Mm-hmm.
that in those caves.
Yeah. No,
I think
Understandable.
I've had quite enough of those areas.
Or I wonder if they could do something though with God, I always forget their names, but the giants, like their ruins and stuff.
Yakoi?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's gonna be. I mean, if they're gonna be tied in with the last Allied Society.
Yeah.
I
There's
think
even a side
they're-
quest that
I
where
think
I
that'd be pretty
could.
obvious.
There's a side quest chain in Kozumaoka that I think might be setting up for an Allied Society
Yeah.
thing. Then again, there were
Right.
other side quests that I thought were setting up for Allied Society things, and they weren't. So.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much every map has, you know, when you're looking at the quest chains that go off of an Ether Current quest,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of those really, really make sense to be setting up for
Yeah.
a society. Especially when they connect
Oh
at
right,
the
you
end.
can't fly here.
What I noticed is that, I mean, so Combat Society you get for free.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they're doing it. First, I mean, well, you know, so Gather Society this time is not just following up on Ether Current quests, but is following up on the sort of United Ether Current quests
Mm-hmm.
that gave you a town theme.
Oop. Do we want to go?
that's a
Wait,
new
hang on.
thing
Do we
to
want to
do.
go to this one at the north? Looks like there's NPCs or somebody already there because it's already at like 6%.
5, 6. Yeah.
Yeah, Demented Mentor is a good one to get to.
Yeah. So we'll have
So I mean,
to see.
it's a new thing that they're doing, right, in Dawn Trail now, where follow-up quest chains from Ether Currents are giving you some of the town themes.
Yeah.
Like
well,
they used to just do them through
that
bicolors or through other content.
and it's touching more on stuff that was brought up in MSQ to tie up loose ends, which is nice. I'm gonna wait until the third one comes out. I'm not gonna do my policy with the stuff, the video essays I want to do of like I can write it better. I'm not gonna ever do that with anything where it's not a complete story, because I can't comment on how I'd write it better if I don't know the whole story that it's trying to tell.
Right.
So I wouldn't touch like Dawn Trail MSQ, at least not for like probably another decade. But Allied Society quests are open
Especially
season.
when we know that Dawn Trail MSQ is purportedly starting.
Yes, that's my thing. Is like
something on the scale of the Ascian story.
yeah, like even if I eventually do decide that I could write Dawn Trail better, I can't give a full explanation of that until I know what it's setting up for like expansions down the line. Like I could do a Realm, and I can do a better a Realm Reborn, but that would be based off of, okay, how do we use a Realm Reborn to set up like character relationships that then give us writers. I can't do that with Dawn Trail yet. That being said, I will probably do something about the Allied Society quests, because I was really hoping they'd redeem themselves with the Mamulja, but whoever is writing these quests does not understand the concept of stakes. And I don't mean the kind you eat. There's no, like, conflict tying all the quests together in a way that's particularly satisfying. So, but we aren't there yet on stream, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But yeah. In the meantime, in my head, I'm already writing the script for I Can Write It Better Dawn Trail. Or not Dawn Trail, Endwalker. I have a lot to say about Endwalker. Stop dying.
It is 10 o'clock.
I know.
I am sleepy.
I know. I guess we'll have to split.
Oh shit, I should have ranked up while we were there. Oh well, after this fight.
I, at the very least, don't have work tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's right, you did say that.
Yeah, Juneteenth.
Oh, neat!
Yeah.
I kinda oopsied and slept all day, so I need to get some work done tomorrow.
My company doesn't do Juneteenth off, but we also didn't do the other one. So, you know, didn't need to drop that from the calendar and replace it.
Are you guys okay?
When
No. We got frozen and then killed. I'm just gonna wait here.
Hey, Core.
hey, yeah.
I don't have a res on me right now, and I'm a little busy.
And whose fault is that?
Not mine. It's it's Ash and Critters for, you know, dying. Help!
Hey, you can take it.
Can I? Our fate
Listen.
progress!
Okay. I don't even have Beast on anymore. Hmm.
Hi.
Wow. 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 Hey Ash, help. Thank you.
I don't have quick cast up. What do you want me to do?
That didn't stop you with the other two. Also, ooh,
they
Critter.
have quick cast.
That staff looks really nice dyed that color.
Alright, let's murder this guy this time.
Yep. Time for vengeance. Oh, so I'm fully aware of the fact that I'm biased because the Eden-worn weapons are some of my favorites in the game.
Fucking ice. Get back here, you little shit.
I don't have Beast on, and y'all keep pulling other mobs.
What do you mean, yo? I didn't do anything.
Cluster.
We won.
Yay. Don't know how much more I got in me though. Let's go Franco.
Luca, is that your bowl? He says it is now.
It is unattended. Thus, yes.
On one hand, I suspect the reason why he and Saya keep fighting is because food. On the other hand, there is a part of me that's just like, I'm just happy to see him eat. My baby boy gained a whole pound.
I'm so proud of him.
Me too. All right, let's see here. What am I at now?
19.
How close are we to 20?
20.
Not yet. Super Soldier Rising, or you know what? Super Soldier Rising. The other one's at 25% already. And Super Soldier Rising will probably give us more experience. Or, I'm sorry, metal.
Oh, I actually need the notes from that. I mean, they won't drop, but I still need them.
Look, man, it's nice to have dreams. It's like me when I'm doing Occult Crescent and a fate in a zone that I actually need a demi-atma from pops. I'm just like, great. Are you going to be real? I'm at the point where I just need 2 of one color and 1 of the other, and I'm done. In the meantime, I have 6. I think I have like 6 yellows, 6 or 7. For context, Ash, since you don't know what I'm talking about, you only need 3 of each color. There's like 6 colors of demi-atma you need, and you only need 3 of each.
Amazing.
Some of them I definitely have more than 3 of. So is there anything specific you guys are hoping that they'll announce during the live letter?
Not particularly.
We probably won't get anything on limited jobs.
Aether opening up again.
I mean, yes, that they usually don't announce that stuff during live letters. I don't expect Beastmaster until 7.5. Because I think they're probably gonna.
5 would be rough.
Well,
I would expect it.
The thing is, the 0.5 patch is always way longer than a normal patch. And so introducing a new limited job during that time would be a good way to keep people occupied for the 6 months or however long it is. I just hope they're like, oh, by the way, we're increasing the item limit for housing. They did say that they were going to do that sometime this expansion, so I would like to see them make it happen.
Oh, what I really want, that, I mean, and I know they've talked about what they're working on. I would very much like to see outfit glams for, like, real gear. They have said that that's coming.
It still is absolutely
I would really,
wild
really
to me.
Appreciate it for artifact.
Yeah, it's absolutely wild to me that they introduced this system and the first thing they didn't use it for was artifact gear.
I think it makes sense for the first thing to be like level 1 statless glam. I'm
Okay,
fine
like,
with
so
that.
that makes sense,
Because
but like,
artifact gear, at least you can just like rebuy from Calamity Salvager. I get
I
it.
guess,
But that should be the second thing.
what I want to see them do with that is artifact gear and dungeon gear.
Dungeon gear would. I wouldn't be mad if. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if it applied to dungeon gear before artifact gear.
Okay, like,
Artifact gear seems like it's a smaller work order, but again, at least
here's the thing.
like if you ditch dungeon gear, you have to go and grind it again. Whereas artifact, like, okay, 1,000 gil, whatever.
Yes and no. At the very least, I would like to see them do it for Heavensward and Stormblood artifact gear.
I don't know. Do you want to switch gears to the northern one?
Oh yeah,
Fate.
because that'll give us more, right? So.
I don't know if it actually does, but at 50%,
It should.
Yeah.
might like just win itself.
It
But
was
like,
doing it in the southern front more. You'd get more from the higher level ones, or further in ones.
But no, like,
yeah,
considering to go off of your whole rationale of like you can rebuy AF gear, like, yes, but at this point, heavier you have to spend Centurio seals on.
Yeah, it is silly that is the one that it doesn't work. I mean, it's
And-
always been silly that only A Realm Reborn ones
Can
get to
go into the armor.
armor.
Honestly, I'd be fine with artifact gear not being able to, or well, anything that can go in the armoire there can also be saved as an outfit. At least from what I've seen. So
Look away.
make both happen for artifact gear, because like, well,
I mean, if
I don't know,
it,
'cause
if
stuff
it can
that's
go
saved
in the
as a set
armor,
can't
it
be
doesn't
dyed.
need to be.
yeah.
It doesn't need to be a outfit.
I was thinking about it in terms of like, oh, sometimes I'll store stuff that should be in the armoire in my thing so that I can dye it. I keep forgetting that
So you can
outfits, once they're
pre-dye
saved
pure
as
black,
outfits,
yeah.
But I forgot that like when you save something as an outfit in the armoire, you can't dye it.
Yeah.
So it's basically like, or not the armoire, in the outfit saved
Yeah.
in the closet. There we go. I can words. I know what I'm trying to say. Is this a two-parter? Or is this just them
I
having
think so.
dialogue to like run off together?
Deadly Divination is at 75%. You might want to return if you have it. Oh, you should.
I don't
You should
for
have
another
a
minute.
bunch of fragments of history. I got, I think, 47 fragments of history from Star Mobs, so you should be able to get a bunch of lost lodestones.
I have a bunch also that I should probably just like put in my holster. But my return doesn't come off cooldown for another like 40 seconds, so.
Oh. Well, there you go, Demented Mentor again. The zone one resolved itself. Or maybe someone was there, who knows. Oh, people in the zone right now.
Oh, amazing.
This is definitely a locked instance.
Well,
Yeah.
And that is that's why a skirmish just did itself.
amazing.
Like it won.
Would being in a super low pop server like this make something like Dalriada easier? Or I mean, we're not getting to it tonight anyway because I don't think we're
No.
gonna have time.
Hey, if you can hold off for like 20 seconds.
I can't promise the
Yeah, if you can
NPCs
please stop
can.
DPS, thank you. I just need one hit.
You have exactly 20
Okay.
seconds before
I got my one hit.
Okay.
All right.
because you did happen to say that right when I was in the middle of Bard Burst.
It's so funny.
Ooh, field notes.
Yeah.
You almost up to 20?
Yeah, I think one more fate should actually do it.
Get you to 20 and probably
Yeah,
a good point to call it there.
because what's the cap here? 25?
Correct.
Okay. Then yeah, maybe we'll see what kind of time we have after Nier on Sunday. Because if we can recruit, like, honestly, the longest part of Alliance Raid nights is recruiting. And we're already at, like, 12 plus people.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody shows up.
Yeah. But I'll cry face at people if they don't, so.
Oh, fate right here.
Perfect. Hello there, Dino.
Easy. Tuban.
Now, how do I get over to the rest of you without pulling things? The answer is I don't.
He's looking at me now, and I'm pulling him this way.
I know this is
Well,
like
he
just a
was looking at
straight
me.
up actual dinosaur, but I did just get a brief flashback to that one side quest in Final Fantasy 15.
Mm-hmm.
The one with Catoblepus.
Yeah, the Catoblepods.
Yeah, whatever.
The catflaps.
Yeah, Capleps. Prompto was so excited.
He's baby boy. Who had a genuinely interesting backstory that the game just does not tell properly.
Yep.
I did
Match
add Final
15.
Fantasy. I did add Final Fantasy 15 to my list of I can write it betters, by the way. So that will happen someday. It might mean I'm
wish.
stuck having to replay the game for footage, but
I'll fucking replay the game for footage for you. I love 15.
I don't dislike most of it. I'm just salty about the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I actually really enjoy 15.
Like I said,
Ow.
I enjoyed it.
Yep.
Right up until they were like, hey, fuck this entire family in particular.
Yeah.
But, like, I liked the whole boy band thing. I think my big issue with it, honestly, in terms of the storytelling, was I think all of the side quests kind of, and, like, the way the game is structured because of the side quests, kind of dilutes the actual main story.
Yeah.
I might try replaying it and ignoring all the side quests and see how that makes me feel about, like, the main narrative. And the pacing and stuff. Because a big issue might just be the side quests. There are also a few side quests in my current save that have not been done because fuck that turtle.
You haven't
Love
beaten the
that turtle.
Adamantoise?
No.
I love the turtle.
You haven't done the 40-minute fight? Or longer?
I gave it a little poke just to get an idea of what the challenge would be and immediately got stomped.
The challenge is, are you willing to sit here for 40 minutes to fight this thing?
I mean, I hate to tell you how many multiple streams it took me to get Zodiark in Final Fantasy XII, but, like, that's different. There was a strategy I could implement to make that suck slightly less. I still have not ranked up. Okay, we need that next day.
There
I'm
are,
so
there are
close.
definitely strategies to make Adamantoise a lot
Uh-huh.
smoother. But, you know, you still
I mean, the thing is,
north.
too, what happened was, okay, I mostly streamed the game, like the Final Fantasy games in order. I skipped 11 because I didn't want to pay a sub for 2 MMOs. I will
Didn't
stream.
want to play another entire MMO.
Well, here's the thing. If they ever make it so that 12 and or not 12, so that 14 and 11 share a sub, I'll absolutely stream it. Or someday when I am more financially stable, if I might make it like a sub or like a bits goal or something, where if we raise enough money to cover the sub, while I play it, I will stream it. But in the meantime, I didn't want to, you know, at the time I wasn't making money off of my channel. I wasn't even an affiliate yet. So I didn't want to be paying money for 2 subs for a Twitch channel I wasn't making money off of. But so I skipped 11, played 12, played 13, skipped 14 so that I could play 15 because Final Fantasy 16 was almost out, and I wanted to make sure I at least had all of the single player games done before 16 came out.
I'm not on Beast.
So I played 15. By the time I got to the Adamantis, though, I was just like, fuck it, I want to get to Final Fantasy 14. Started 14 while I was in the middle of A Realm Reborn. Final Fantasy 16 came out. Played 16. Ended up having to stop because I went out of town for FanFest. Finished 16 and then went back to 14. So there are a bunch of Final Fantasy games where I just haven't done like the post-game side content because I was like, I want to move on to the next game. At some point, I should probably backtrack to 9 and like fight Ozma. But I don't know if I'll do that on stream or if I'll just do that on my own.
I think Adamantos really wants you to have Ignis' strongest weapon, if I remember correctly.
I'd have to double check what I've got on everybody.
And without that,
it's been so long.
I mean, it's rough. And I think
you're
maybe
fighting a turtle the size of a mountain. It's gonna be rough no matter what.
I forget if they patched it out or they patched it in. I'll have to check after this fight. But you could use the ring. On Adamantois. And like it takes a while, but he just slowly shrinks down to nothing.
Oh, that's amazing.
He's not immune to the to death.
Oh, interesting.
So you just have to sit there and wait.
In terms of gameplay pacing, the ring is one of the things that like there's definitely an issue with. There should have been a bigger part of the game that involved those mechanics once you had them.
All right, let's go return and get you ranked up.
Oh, yes. And then, yeah, this would probably be a good pausing point.
Okay.
Close to your ending time anyways.
They patched in the ability to use the ring on the Adamantois.
Hilarious.
So...
But no, I didn't make affiliate until I was like...
It was easy. So it was easier when I did it.
I was in Stormblood when I made affiliate.
Congratulations on your future defeat of the Adamantois.
Thanks.
It was easier when I did it.
I fought it the hard way. Twice. 2 separate playthroughs.
Good job.
How many lodestones am I gonna have?
So, let's continue with the story. The Resistance is preparing to secure a new outpost. After an analysis of the area, however, I regret to say there is nowhere near enough residual ether to power the barrier. To make matters worse, its rather awkward location requires us to redirect multiple currents to sustain a sufficient flow of energy. That's where these beauties come in. The defluxation... God, I keep wanting to read that wrong. The Defluxion Ether Manipulators, Mark II and Mark III. What sets them apart from the first model, you say? Here you ask? Well, apart from the name, not a lot. But they are newer, if that counts for anything. Though we both wish we could go with you, I fear we would only slow you down. Please, be safe out there. Alright. I'm sure everything will be fine. What could go wrong? $30 to remaining. Retro. It's fine. We've got like 5 minutes left to stream. You have reached the designated location, yes? Readying transmission protocols. So far, so good. Has the dam burrowed into the ground? This is basically the same cutscene as last time. Excellent. Proceed to the next site and stay vigilant. There's no telling when you may encounter Imperial forces. I mean, looking around me, I think I can make an educated guess on when I'll encounter Imperial forces.
I think the big question is, how haven't we not encountered them?
I mean, that's what all of the fates are.
I mean, on this little journey alone.
Oh, yeah. Nope, they're there.
What, the gorillas?
No, the mechs over there.
Oh. I didn't even see those. I was looking at the gorillas.
And look, there's more.
Yay.
Hi, Imperial forces. I see you up there. I wonder if what she said actually just translates to don't accidentally facepull everything. Oh.
Oh, there's a purple circle.
So there is.
Something's gonna happen. Oh,
I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, look, Imperial forces. It's all set. Imperials? They didn't get the better of you, did they? No, I suppose you wouldn't be contacting me if they did. Yeah. I really must learn not to jump to conclusions. Actually, Mikoto, they're holding me at gunpoint right now, making me call you. Help. Wait, I'm not allowed to do that. I'm blinking twice. The dam appears to be fully operational. How are things up there? Pretty normal? Excellent. Return to the outpost and we shall handle the rest. Now I have to run all the way back.
You didn't make sure to grab a lodestone?
Oh shit, I did forget. I'm stupid.
I made sure to grab a lodestone.
I'm very happy for you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Nice. Yeah, the nice thing about Occult Crescent makes it really, really obvious what to spend your your fragments on, or your clusters.
Yeah.
Because the emotes mount, they're not worth anything.
Oh, I got the map and the emotes and the mount like immediately.
Oh, sure, but like they're not worth buying to sell anymore.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like I'm sitting on 187 clusters, so I should spend some to either use or sell. And nope. Last year,
Oh, I see what you're
would have
saying.
like bought an emote to sell. Not
Yeah,
so much worth it
because
now.
a Colt Crescent gives out all that stuff. I genuinely thought it was
50 clusters for 5,000 gil. Yeah, okay.
I got the robot mount, the mount version of MathBot, and I didn't immediately realize it was the one from Bozja, so I was like, oh, I got a cool, like, alternate version of that mount. Neat! I wonder if that means that there's gonna be something related to Bozja here. No. I did kind of forget Scala existed until I did that quest, but...
Yeah, a lot of people kind of forgot Scala existed.
Well, I'm a big lore junkie, and like, Friendo, I'm not gonna spoil things, but Friendo is like, oh yeah, the 12 city-states of like, the era I'm from. I'm like, I can think of 3, because I forgot about Scala. And like, even then, like, now it's like, okay, I can think of 4. What are the other 8? Like, this is hinting at lore. Either I'm forgetting something, or this is hinting at lore we haven't gotten yet.
I don't think the rest of them have been established.
Okay, so like that has like as a lore junkie, that has very cool implications for
Oh yeah.
the next update. Or like if we're getting more than 2 zones, like future updates in general. But
Well, and even if it's not part of a Call Crescent, like that's things that we can talk about in later expansions. The game talking about the 12 city-states makes the world bigger.
yeah, well, and like I have faith that eventually we'll go to Miracidia, and I'm hoping when that happens that I was talking about this when I was playing through MSQ last night. I don't know if you were there for that, but I'm less mad about how little MSQ Tiamat is in after 5.5, because I'm hoping that when we go to Miracidia, Tiamat, the mother of the dragons of Miracidia, will be involved.
It seems like the pretty clear plot hook. And it'll be exciting when it happens.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway. Welcome back. Our sensors detect steady streams of ether flowing toward the site of the new outpost. Now it is up to the Resistance to drive away the Imperials. Once they have a substantial confluence of energy... yeah, no, I read that right. Once they have a substantial confluence of energy should be available... Oh, I see. I'm stupid. Hang on. How you read sentences matters, kids. Once they have, a substantial confluence of energy should be available to power a new barrier. Now the sentence makes sense. Well, everything seems to be under control here, so I'd better get going. Going? Oh, right. Mikoto's gathered some promising data to help the chief deal with the Dalriada. It pertains to my findings on the inner workings of the crystal foci. I believe it may be of use to him. The chief said he'd be heading back to Doma after finishing maintenance on Seryu's wall. Rather than drag him all the way back here, it seems quicker if I take the data to him myself. But don't worry, I'll be back before you know it. You know, Lilia, the last time somebody went to go pick up something from the Ironworks, they betrayed us and used it as a way to meet up with the Imperials without anybody noticing. Before I go, Mikoto, is there anything else you'd like me to pass on to Sid? Her feelings. This love letter. Her heart. It's not good to keep your emotions bottled up like that, you know. Why don't you tell him how you feel?
Lilia! That is wholly and utterly unprofessional. I would never. He would never. And even if we did, this is neither the time nor the place to discuss such matters. I think it is. I've seen far too many people live to regret words left unspoken. Just think on it, will you? And try not to miss me while I'm away. You should tell him how you feel.
But he's a married man.
No, he's not. I mean, he's unless you mean he's
unhappily married man.
To his work? Oh, do you mean Nero? Look,
Yeah.
he can be Polly. How else do you explain how he can be with Nero and Jesse at the same time? His relationship with Mikoto might be the healthiest thing he has.
Right. You know...
Go on.
I was just gonna say, maybe she confesses her feelings, she'll be lucky and it'll be like one of the 2 days of the week they're divorced.
Is there any chance you could forget that entire conversation? No. No, there is no chance. I was only joking, but thank you for trying. To tell the truth, since entering the studium, my life has been but one singular purpose, the pursuit of knowledge. Yet for all my research and scholarly works, I never learned what it truly means to live. At last, that is what at least that is what Mombrita would tell me. She would often admonish me, always insisting I spend time with the other students, or at the very least step away from my dusty tomes for some fresh air. Perhaps she hoped I might find someone I cherish more than my books, though sadly she never had the chance to see it. Sid is truly a remarkable man, and I'll not deny our shared interest in the sciences. During the short time we've worked together, we've become good friends. And as his friend, I understand the great burdens of his mind. Even now, he struggles to break free from his ties to the Empire and his father's terrible legacy. Which is why I wish to do all within my power to support him. As a friend, mind you. My feelings towards Sid are similar to those I felt for Mombrita. Respect and admiration. So you're bi, is what you're saying. Happy Pride, everybody. As much as I hate to disappoint Lilia, that is the way of things. So please, don't read too deeply into it. Are you sure you're not just refusing to confess because you think you're about to die? Also, hey, Geralt, what are you doing here? Master Geralt, what are you doing here? That's what I said. Better question would be, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be paying the visit to Sita and Doma? Everybody knows Mikoto. Nothing to be embarrassed about, lass. All romances have to start somewhere. And I agree the two of you make a good match. But you need to act quick. Even I can see the man's fine glass of ale, and I don't reckon it won't be long before some pretty thing snatches him up to make us take a swig. So what you're saying is you're also bi, actually. Got it. I'm snoozing that ad. Well, is it ready?
The modifications will require more time. You can't be serious! It's been ages since the damn thing was excavated. Have the engineers been sitting around with their thumbs up their arses all this time? Far from it. Given that this is unexplored territory, we must proceed with caution. Tell that to the resistance soldiers a stone's throw away from a stone's throw from our bloody front door. It won't be long before they tear it down. Why not withdraw to Dalmasca? Surely they can finish their modifications on the way back. Withdraw? You would abandon everything we have labored for here in Bozja? And that is not all we stand to lose. Surely you have not forgotten the events of Castra Meridianum. I only know what I've heard, that Gaius' pet ended up biting the hand that fed it before turning the place upside down. Not quite the wording used in the reports, but accurate enough. Knowing his plans would soon be thwarted, he deployed an anti-Icon war machina in a final attempt to drive back the Eorzean forces. He could not contain its power, and because of his hubris, the castrum was wiped off the map. In short, the relics of the Alligans are not to be trifled with. It takes but one mistake for our plans to fall to ruin. I mean, he's not wrong. And yet, Sinitis has been seen fit to scurry off to some far-flung hole when he's needed most. This was his scheme, not ours. He should be the one overseeing all this. Perhaps you should put this pent-up frustration of yours to use outside. After all, in light of Missia's recent failure, it now falls to us to rout the resistance. Really? You're asking me to go out there? Ha! It's about damn time. Humph. Somehow I knew you would relish the opportunity to get your hands dirty. Oh, I assure you, they'll be absolutely filthy by the time I return. How is it that the only CE we've seen like this entire time and it pops while I'm in a cutscene? It seems the Resistance already has their sights set on another potential outpost site. I can only hope they secure the location without heavy losses. I'm sure we'll be fine. That was actually a pretty good place to stop in terms of cliffhangers and stuff. Alright, then I guess we'll pick this up. I don't think Nier is going to take the full 6 hours on Sunday, so we can pick this up after Nier, and we'll probably be able to finish it. Maybe we can...
hope it wouldn't take the full 6 hours.
I remember there being a bunch of side quests after the actual fight. But even then it's hours, so... with any luck, that'll take like maybe 3-ish hours, and then we can dive back into here and maybe finish things up. Maybe we can even bring some people who helped us out with Nier with us. I will make a point of mentioning that in the Raid Night channel on the Pantry server in Discord. So yeah, thank you to Core and Ash and Critter for helping us out tonight. I'll be back on Friday for Friday Night Writes, chill writing stream, Pomodoro timer, cute little spirits. All of them wearing Pride skins right now because it is Pride. And then Sundays, 4:30 Central, we will be doing 15-person minimum end level, no echo, Tower Paradigms Reach. If you are interested in helping out, be sure to join the Discord. That's also the best way to keep up with what's going on with the channel. And also with what's going on with my cat Luca, who is fighting cancer right now. If you're able to donate anything for that, I am raising money on my coffee for vet bills because they're expensive. I'm snoozing this ad because we're just gonna end the stream here. There's no point. So yeah. also, if you become a coffee biscuit, you get access to my expanded VTuber lore. New chapter. I know I'm a little behind, but new chapter for sure this month. At least one new chapter. And then, yeah, hopefully next Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we will be able to wrap up Shadowbringers. With Tuesday being Diamond Weaponed and the rest of Ishgard Restoration. There's some side quests I purposely left undone for the sake of doing them after Diamond Weapon, because I'll need the pick-me-up. And then Tuesday or Wednesday should be 5.5 Part 2, MSQ. And then that Sunday we'll start, that Sunday I'll unlock Viper, and then we'll start Dawn Trail. And Walker. And Walker. And Walker is the name of the expansion that we're starting next Sunday. I know my words. But anyway. Let's see if there's anybody that we can raid tonight. Yuzi's finishing up Endwalker, so that's Spoodlers for anybody who's not caught up. What? Hang on. Oh, interesting. So Jazzy Peon's stream title is just Chat chooses a new job for me plus Wheel of Punishment. That sounds like fun. We're gonna raid Jazzy Peon tonight. Her streams are pretty fun. She's a pretty fun gal. So yeah, go say hi to Jazzy for me, guys, and I will see you all next time. Until I see you all again, I hope you have a good night. Stay healthy and take care. Bye-bye. Oh, boy.